right, well, the Starlite Film Festival is a totally unique, one-of-a-kind festival, the only kind in the world that showcases only feature-length narrative films made for less than $200,000. These are all truly independent films made by real independent filmmakers. You're not going to see anything like these films if you go to Cannes or Sundance. Well, hopefully you'll see those films. I don't mean to discredit films in any way. But these are truly independent films, and they're fantastic. So, if you haven't gotten a chance yet, please go to the concession area in the lobby and get your movie-style concessions, popcorn, beer, water, etc. All the proceeds support the Garden Theater, which is this awesome venue in right now. Also a venue for the Florida Film Festival coming up in April. So some of the sponsors that make this festival possible are the City of Winter Garden, DailyCity.com, Production Hub, Digital Juice, and the Orlando Film Commission. And they're all awesome, so thank you so much for being our sponsors. Yay! Oh, I never asked for applause yet, but yeah, they're pretty wonderful. So I hope that when you walked in, you got this audience choice card. So everyone got one of these. It's a 5-star rating. Please rate the film at the end of the film, write the name of the film, and then hand it to a Garden Theater employee on your way out. And that way, we'll be able to determine which film audiences preferred the most, and we'll give that film the Special Audience Choice Award at 11:15 tonight during the awards ceremony. That's what that's about. So, we're not going to show any trailers. We're just going to talk to the director for a little bit before we start the film. But when we do start the film, please turn off your cameras, your phones, which are also cameras. Please turn them off, and please refrain from talking during the film. All right. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Brett Bonowicz. He's the writer-director of Waterhole Cove. He traveled here from California, but he does have a UCF connection. He's a UCF film grad. And I'll let Brett introduce his film, Waterhole Cove. You already have a mic.
I have a mic. Let's see. We shot this movie a while ago. I wrote it for this location that you'll see in a few minutes. It's mostly on one location. It's only got a few characters in it. I guess I wrote this in kind of a backwards way of writing for a location instead of writing and then finding a location. But on a micro budget, it works well that way, and I recommend it if you're going to make your own film. Write with places you can get in mind.
So is this your first film?
This is my second micro-budget film that I've directed, the third that I've produced, it's getting easier every time. I hope you hear the sincerity in my voice. I don't know. I hope you enjoy the movie. Was there one other thing?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And where's it played before? It's played one other time?
Yeah, this played at the Los Angeles Art House Film Festival, and to a very nice screening. And I hope this is also a very nice screening. And this is a really great venue, and this has been a really great festival.
Oh, gosh, thanks, Brett.
Yeah.
So we'll do a Q&A with you after the film.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get your questions ready. Yeah.
Sorry, anybody have any questions?
Should I call out the people?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a question? Oh, okay. There we go.
Where did you get your inspiration for this idea? Because I love the idea of it.
Well, what is the idea of it to you?
The idea of it to me was a woman who didn't feel like she was valued in any type of way. And I love how you showcase the mundane activities, but something so extraordinary you did in the ordinary way. So, what gave you that inspiration?
I guess, the kernel of the idea was, I wanted to show a realistic portrayal of, someone very ordinary killing somebody. And I wanted to place the person killed, I wanted him to be there, but he wasn't supposed to be there. So I wanted to place it, so that two people would meet, and one of them was not supposed to be there, and so it creates this perfect situation for her to kind of get away with it, And so that's kind of, I guess, the kernel of that. Showcasing the mundane, I guess, I just wanted to show what it's like to kind of be in the middle of nowhere. and just kind of slow the film down from, you know, when you're surrounded by people to when you're just by yourself.
Just how long was the shoot, and how big was the crew?
The shoot was 18 days, and the crew, I think it was about 7, maybe less. And I think everybody except for me and Marco also appears in the movie at some point. So like our first AC shows up kind of toward the end, and Mike Diaz, who plays, I think his character's name is John, was our sound guy. You know, so we had Chris, who plays Harry, do sound when, you know, Mike was in a scene, and then just kind of swap back and forth. And just kind of whoever was around kind of picked up stuff. I remember holding some reflectors during some shots. But.
So you alluded to location. What were the shooting locations for the film?
Well, we shot in Whitman, Maryland, and it's just it's a, like I just say, farm property in Whitman, Maryland. It's kind of big and fairly expansive. Yeah.
She did kind of a poor job of burying him.
Yeah.
You think she gets caught?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's of course up to interpretation, but you know, I mean, I wanted to you know, show somebody, you know, being kind of sloppy with it, you know, like, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to really get away with killing somebody. I don't think most people could. You know, you're going to be found out somehow. You know, obviously she has a great advantage in that nobody really knew where he was, but, you know, cookies or whatever from, you know, the internet probably tracked something. Yeah, no, I mean, she's probably, you know, I don't know, what do you think?
Like I say, I think if I could extend the movie a little bit more, she'd be at home and then maybe with her current boyfriend, and then there's a call comes in, and it just be whatever town it is, the police, so you know that she eventually, you know, and then it ends right there.
Yeah, yeah.
But one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
The colors were really subdued, everything they wore, the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Was that intentional?
Yes.
I was talking earlier, I had the same type of camera, I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, camera looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got a question, just an observation. I really liked the way you used silence, because I
Thank
thought
you.
That was really terrific. Personally.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
The edit, did you write the script knowing how you were going to reveal the conversation, or did you decide that in edit?
No, that was all scripted like that. Yeah. You know, and we were very careful when we were shooting, making sure that, you know, we could have shots that identify flashbacks instead of having, you know, like a whoosh sound or something, you know, being like, look, we're flashing back, you know. I really wanted to have visual cues, you know, to kind of get you there, or, you know, a little piece of dialogue.
Yeah, that was done really well. That made the film.
Oh,
Obviously,
thank you.
but,
Yeah, I think
really liked it.
I think if we were trying to do it in the edit, you know, it probably would have taken an additional 6 months. You know, doing it in the writing was a big help. You know, and I think it makes the film hopefully, you know, more interesting to kind of, you know, peel back the onion a little bit instead of you know, just kind of showing it all to you as it was linearly.
How much of the cast and crew was local to Maryland?
I think 0. Yeah. There are a few people in the dinner scene that live in Baltimore. Beyond that, you know, everybody was from either Florida, New York, or LA.
Was that tough to arrange to get everyone out there?
Yes. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't that many people, but it's still, you know, a bunch of plane tickets, or actually, you know, like the DP and the AC rented equipment from Florida and then drove it up to Maryland, and then, you know, that's kind of a pain. And that's extra days too. You know, I think they did it in like 2 days or something like that. But yeah, arranging all the logistics, you know, I mean, I guess that's part of producing. But yeah, it's not easy.
Brett, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody.
We're going to empty the theater and get ready for the next film, so please hand your audience choice
Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, this is great.
All right, congratulations. So,